Here we are again in Kinlochbervie, this time in Creag Mhor, Big Rock as it's known in English. We're here because the weather's a bit strange outside, with winds going in different directions. Today you will see, very shortly, that the top 2 metres of water is just like tea, and I mean just like tea. Below that top 2 metres, it's just like diving at night. That tea layer is filtering out all the light. As a consequence, we have about 15 metres visibility. But as you can see, the only thing you can really see is in the lights. Everything else is just dark black, like a night dive. My favourite kind of diving. Although the long-clawed squat lobster is actually a very common sight, I'll just draw your attention to the plant-like looking things above it, on the right. They're actually feather stars, and they really do look like plants. They're just everywhere. The interesting thing is most of the life is covered in a brown layer of dust. That brown layer of dust comes from all the peat in the water. Remember that brown layer of dust I was talking about? Here it is on the velvet swimming crab. The other thing to note with velvet swimming crabs or any other animals, there's sort of a safe distance between you and the animal. If you don't get inside that safe distance, it'll happily let you film it. If you enter into that safe distance zone, it clearly will move, and sometimes will move off quite fast. Generally, when you see velvet swimming crabs anywhere else, they're really deep blue, here they're brown. But it was nice to see this one doing a bit of feeding behaviour. It's always nice to see something new. There were other members of the dive team on the same dive, but we rarely come across people. This was a chance meeting. You'll remember I was talking about that safe distance that animals prefer. Well, just watch this squat lobster as I get closer. You'll see exactly what I mean. The behaviour that you're witnessing here seems very innocuous. The long-clawed squat lobster just sits there with its claws opened. Its inner edge of the claw is serrated. Should anything end up in the claw, it literally snaps shut, and the squat lobster will start feeding on it almost immediately. We were told about the sea cave in our dive briefing. It's quite long and thin and high and has no airspace above you, so you do have to be a little careful. It's a little tight when you get to the end, so you need to be turning round in good time. Filming underwater changes or diving, here's Les Roos, completely consumed by what he's filming and enjoying every moment. Here we are at the end of our dive again. 20 metre depth, and we've been in the water for an hour. We're starting to feel the cold. It's time to go up and do our safety stop and await to be picked up by the boat.